ABS-CBN News Center Manila. Ito ang TV Patrol!
Alright, ayan. And this is your host, Mark Cedric T. Mangaliman. And for today's presentation, we're gonna tackle about the first encounters European explorers and island locals. So in this presentation, it summarizes a fascinating week of early interaction between European explorers and local island communities, spanning from Friday, March 22nd to Thursday, March 28th. I will cover the initial trade, the details of the local culture, a brief voyage, and the pivotal first meeting of the local king. The first significant interaction occurred on Friday, March 22nd. Local islanders approaches the explorers and two boats primarily for trade. They bought fresh supplies like coconuts, oranges, and roosters. A detail that confirmed the presence of chickens in the area. Their leader was clearly indefiable, heavily tattooed and wearing gold jewelry, alongside others wearing gold armlets, indicating a distinct social and possible wealth structure. Importantly, the captain demonstrated immediate goodwill by using the newly acquired coconut water to track his sick crew, demonstrating the immediate life-saving value of these new resources. The explorers captured a detailed profile of a local population. They were noted their dark skin and extensive tattooing. Their practical clothing was made either from tree bark or embroidered cotton, and they were observed using a blend of coconut and sesame oil to protect their skin from the harsh sun and wind. This immediately shows their resourcefulness and adaptation to the environment. Furthermore, their culture clearly valued gold, as it was used to adorn functional tools and weaponry, such as daggers and spears. A final point on their sophistication is their own boats were advanced enough to describe as similar to the explorers' own vessels. These 3 days later, on Holy Monday, the voyage nearly began with disaster when a crew member fell into a sea. But he was quickly rescued after grabbing a rope, an event the explorers noted as divine mercy. Immediately afterward, they departed, sailing in a consistent west-southwest direction. This voyage gave them their first glimpse of the local archipelago, as they passed four specific islands that were recorded in their log: Canalo, Inanghan, Ibuson, and Ibarian. The next major development was the encounter with the new island on Thursday. Signaled by a distant fire, the locals who first approached were naturally cautious, using a small boat known as Boloto. The turning point of this encounter was a miraculous linguistic breakthrough. A Sumatran slave on the explorer's ship was able to speak on their islanders in their shared language, immediately establishing a vital channel of communication. Following protocol, the captain offered diplomatic gifts, specifically a red cap, which the locals accepted before having and leaving to relay the news of the foreigners to their king. The day concluded with the arrival of the king himself, not in a small boat but in a large covered vessel called a balanghay, clearly demonstrating high status. He maintained his dignity by remaining in his own boat while sending his men to inspect the ship. A diplomatic exchange followed. The captain gave gifts, and the king responded by offering a bar of gold and ginger, which the captain respectfully declined. The explorer's ship then safely anchored near the king's location, concluding a week of successful first contract and setting the stage for the future cooperation. And alright, that's all for today. Thank you for listening to your host, Kuya Seti.